Okay, in this video or audio recording, whatever you want to call it, I want to go over Matthew chapter 28 and verse 19 because this is another verse in the Bible that is misinterpreted by a lot of people that read the scriptures. Okay, if you take a look at some of these different Bible versions of this verse, they say that we are to make disciples of all nations. However, if you take a look at the King James Version, it says something quite different. The King James Version says that we are to teach, not convert, but teach all nations. The purpose of teaching all nations is to root out the wheat from among the tares. Is to see who's going to attain to their calling that pertains to salvation. So the teaching part has to do with the calling being sent out to some people of all nations. If you look at Mark 16 and verse 15, you see here the other Bible versions align more with the King James Version, where it says in the King James that we are to go into all the world again and preach as well as teach the gospel to every creature. Again, the purpose of that is to see who wants to attain to their calling that pertains to their salvation. This is not about getting everybody on board. No. A lot of people are not going to under and understand the message of the Creator. In fact, most aren't. Only a few, as the scripture says. Many are called, not all. Many are called, and few are chosen. Called for what? To salvation. Chosen for what? For salvation. Okay? So this notion that we are to convert everyone into a disciple, that's a sure way to get infiltrated. And that's what's happening, and that's what's happened for the last thousands of years. That this second age, earth age, has been going on. Now, I want to go over this verse in more detail. So let's go to the Blue Letter Bible and use some of the tools it offers us. Okay, here it is. Matthew 28:19. Again it says, go out and teach all. That word all in the Greek is G3956. So let's see what that word all means. That word all is pas in the Greek. And a proper application of this word, the right biblical usage of this word, is in reference to some people of all types. Not all people of all types. Just some people of all races. Some, not all. Again, scripture says, many are called, not all. Some are called, a lot are called, but not all. And the calling is to all types or races of people. Sometimes when the children of Israel intermingled with the other nations, it was in order so that the other nations can attain to salvation. For example, sometimes the Most High had his people mixed with other nations, but they had to been given the okay from on high. Otherwise, if it's not sanctioned, then the Most High wouldn't approve. So as you study history, you'll find out that Israel is a mix of Ham, Shem, and Japheth, other nations. Only those that are sanctioned, of course, and the children of the Creator come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, just like the wicked. So yes, this is saying that some people, not all people, of all types, are to be made disciples. Because otherwise, if you go out in the street and make disciples of every moron you see, then you're going to have problems. Okay, so I hope this opens your understanding to this verse. It's no different than John 3:16. Many misinterpret that verse and think that the Most High so loved the world, meaning everyone in the world. That's not the case, because remember, it says that he made the wicked for the day of destruction or something to that extent. The wicked only exist to do wickedness, They have no part in the future plans of the Creator. So it can't mean that he loved everyone in the world. John 3:16 is poorly misinterpreted, just like Matthew 28:19. When you look up the word world in the Greek in John 3:16, that word is cosmos, meaning the celestial body of believers that fell to this earth. And it's in reference to the brotherhood. And also it can mean the world itself. It can mean that the Creator values it, but it does not mean everyone living in the world or that has lived in the world. No, it's only a handful few. And the Most High wants to purchase the souls of some of these people he's calling to attain salvation. So he puts down his down payment in whatever form that might be, in hopes that that individual will finish the race all the way. So that's all I got for this video. I hope it was informative. I hope you keep in mind that you are not to go out and make disciples of all nations. That's a sure way to get your congregation infiltrated by these tares. Okay? So be wise. Use the King James Version of the Bible. It is the go-to version. All the others are distorted to a greater extent than the King James Version. So that's all I got for this video. As always, nothing but love. Take care, and until next time, shalom.